Hi everyone, Miss Martin here, and this video is for anyone who was unable to join us for the live chat today. So our big goal today is to review what we learned about on Tuesday. Our big question is, what do fireworks, rubber, and silly putty have in common? Okay, and our goal is I can explain how chemical reactions create new materials and substances. So first, let's review the assignment from Tuesday. As you watched the video, we learned about where new materials come from. A big question was what is left in the jar when you react metals with acid, what was left over after a couple hours. What color flame is made when you burn the powder left over from reacting the lead metal and acid. What could you do with powders that cause different colored flames? What did the Chinese invent? And last but not least, how is rubber made? So here are the answers for that. I did send back most of your work, so you should have seen these answers. So new materials come from mixing and combining new substances. Okay. What was left in the jar when you react metals with acid? All of them were left with a white powder. What color flame is made when you burn the powder left over from reacted lead and acid? That one actually created the blue flame. I saw a few people, maybe I should have worded this a little differently. A few people said green, but it was actually a blue flame that happens from the lead powder. Okay, what could you do with powders that cause different color flames? Now this is a prediction question that was up to you. I heard some people say you could throw it in a bonfire and make some pretty colors. And what they actually used these for was the Chinese. They figured out how these powders work, and they invented fireworks. So they were the ones that invented fireworks and figured out how to take the powders from different metals and send them off into the air and explode them to get those beautiful fireworks. And then last but not least, how is rubber made? It's made by mixing the white sap from a rubber tree with an acid. So for the experiment, the Great Goo Experiment. Now, I did the experiment for you, and you guys watched it on Edpuzzle. Our big question is, can we mix substances together to make new substances? The 5 test substances we were using were baking soda, vinegar, borax, milk, and glue. And what we did was we mixed each one together, and we actually ended up with 3 chemical reactions out of all the possible combinations. So let's go over each of the reactions separately and what new stuff was made. That's our big focus this week, was what can we make that's new by combining different substances in a chemical reaction. So first result, we combined the milk and vinegar, and as you can see in this little picture, the milk actually started to curdle or got a little chunky when it was mixed with the vinegar. It wasn't a really strong reaction, but it was definitely enough that you noticed a noticeable change in the milk. The second big reaction we saw was a huge reaction, and everybody's seen this one before if you've ever made a volcano at home or anything like that. It's by reacting the baking soda with the vinegar, and what it actually makes is seltzer water. So if you wanted to, I wouldn't recommend it, you could drink a little bit of that and it would taste like bubbly water. And the gas that's given off is carbon dioxide. So this chemical reaction actually puts off 2 new substances, a type of seltzer water and carbon dioxide gas. And that's what those bubbles are showing you, is that new gas being created. Originally, it was a solid baking soda and a liquid vinegar, and they combined to give you a different liquid and a new gas. So 2 new substances. The third reaction we saw in the experiment was borax mixed with glue. We've all done this before, I'm sure. You've done it in STEAM Club, you've done it at home, and obviously that makes slime. So it makes something that's totally different from the borax powder, totally different from the glue. It actually makes a solidified, sticky substance that we all love, slime. Okay, so back to the original mystery. What do these 3 things have in common? Fireworks, rubber, slime. The big thing all of them have in common is they can be combined to make brand new substances. So they are all made from chemical reactions. When you mix powder and fire together, metal, powder, and fire, you get all the pretty colors in a firework. When you mix rubber with acid, they have a chemical reaction to make your rubber tires, the rubber on your sneakers. And of course, when you mix glue and borax, it makes slime. So the big takeaway from this week, chemical reactions are when substances react with other substances to make new things. And we can go on and list all the plethora of new stuff made in a chemical reaction if we had a bit more time. Okay? If you have any other questions, feel free to shoot me a Flipgrid video, and when you get done this, and I'll share what the assignment looks like, your big job is to describe 2 new substances that were created by chemical reactions. Make sure you explain what was mixed together to give you the new substances. So you'll go back to the assignment. It'll look similar to this. Question 1, what is one new substance created in a chemical reaction? And what did we mix together to get it? And question 2, what is another new substance created in a chemical reaction? And what did we mix together to get it? Make sure you type your responses to each of those. I talked about at least 3 or 4 new substances that were made in our experiment. You only need to tell me how 2 of them were made. When you're done, hit that turn in button, and I'll get back to grading, and I'll tell you guys how you did. Okay? If you have any other questions, feel free to let me know. And if you still have the assignment up there from Monday, there is a section on that video at the end where you can follow the directions to make your own slime using borax and glue. Okay? Hope you guys have a good rest of your day.